Get ready. This place doesn't feel too friendly.
The survival of our people matters above all else. The survival of our people.
Support. How am I doing?
You have passed Angram's test. That stands you in good stead. You helped protect the seedlings from mutants. Bourne was grateful for the help you gave him with the harvest. He has spoken up for you. You made quite an impression on the workers. Barnier says you were a great help to him. My wife seems to hold you in great favor. I've heard you helped a cleric escape from Goliath. And worse still, you involved my wife in this deception. How does that speak to your case? You helped foil the plot to steal Eric Eisenfaust's sword. For that, all berserkers must be grateful. It seems you weren't able to find the stolen helix for Kaldrum. You must do more if you want to fit in here. Earn those pledges, and you will earn my approval.
Put that weapon away.
mind and a strong spirit will be seen by our
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're right. I don't need assistance.
Ha! I knew it. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people... They want logic, straight answers. They forbid any... I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to... Which...
I don't want any trouble.
Who's talking about trouble? But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
No, should I have?
Oh yeah, he's the...
I've heard enough.
Well, anyways, now you know a little bit more than before. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. Concentrate on what's right here, right now.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, he wrote, and with it,
heard once that people used to have aircraft, similar to the Alps today. Can you imagine this place full of them? Just a chance to take on and explore all of Magellan's world. That's magic.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
Two experienced warriors like us? I feel like there is nothing we cannot do. This could be dangerous.
So, how do you think this will play out now?
Listen, I know I owe you. And I know I will only survive this with solid company. So I am going to stick with you until my debt over the armor is paid off, okay? I'll help you. I'll fight alongside you. In return, you help me find Jackson's old boys and collect all the copies of this contract.
You stole my armor and left me for dead. You already owe me.
I know. And I will pay you double what they're worth in return, as well as helping you. What do you say?
I guess it's the best deal I will get from you.
Wow, that even sounds like optimism. And that from an ice block. It seems my brother was right. You really are normal people behind your frozen facade. Okay, then, tell me where I should go and I am there.
I have a camp.
Yeah, I already know where you stole your things.
You were watching me?
Hey, I sort of gathered you might be pissed at me. I thought knowing where you were might stop you doing something you'd regret.
I know I'll regret this. Tell me about these contracts.
Okay, the situation is this. I lost track of the guys from Jackson's gang. I think they were looking for another crew to join. They really needed to make a profit. Out of them all, Mason, Bombi, and Jackson will probably be the hardest to find. What I do know, though, is that Leo stayed in the desert. Tell me when you're ready, and we can go find him.
Okay, let's find Leo.
He's staying on the coast. I'll show you the way. There it is, Leo's hideout. Only thing is, he's likely to act big if his friends are there. And that might mean they support him.
You mean nobody in there is going to help us?
Yeah, they're the desperate outlaw type in there. The only thing they'll help us out with is... Damn. You know, I thought I had a good one-liner there, but it's gone. We're doing great.
This is the end for you. Fuck this one over.
We're doing great.
You're dead. I'll finish you.
We're doing great. There's hardly anything usable in most of these.
We don't
rooms.
tolerate this here.
We're doing great. It's been a while. Maybe no one will recognize me. Leo's nearby. Let's find him and see if he's got a copy of that contract.
You should go to the camp.
Yeah.
The survival of our...
What goods have you got?
Analyzing. Remove. Eliminate. Analyzing. Remove.
I'm watching you.
You do know that technology's banned here.
Teach me something.
Yeah, will do.
Teach me something.
Yeah, will do.
Teach me something.
Good day to you.
Stop using that here. This is no place for technology.
How am I doing?
You have passed, you helped Born. You made my what? I've heard you helped, and worse, you helped foil. For that, it seems you must earn those pledges.
Go and find a trader. They'll talk to you.
Teach me something.
Sure. Teach me something.
Sure. You know technology is forbidden by law here.
It appears to be connected to another near the Hort in Ignadon.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
Have there been any Alb attacks here recently?
With Zakor on our northern border, there are always Alb troops coming through on their way somewhere. But they don't seem to be attacking us here for the moment.
But have you heard anything about Alexiters traveling through Abessa?
Yeah, I have now that you mention it. Alexiter Calyx was reported to have headed north with a few combat units and a troop of mechs.
Alexiter Calyx? So he's been promoted. Tell me, how long ago did Alexiter Calyx head north?
A few days ago. They must be back at the Ice Palace in Zakor by now. What's with the interest in Alexiters? You go chasing them, you'll just find trouble. And I don't want them tracing that trouble back here.
I'm asking so I can avoid them.
Don't treat me like a rookie. You sound like someone who wants a showdown. So let me give you a warning. That approach is going to get you and anyone close to you killed.
Where can I get an entry ID?
You can't. We're full. We're short of supplies. So the decision has come down to close the gates. The full allocation of entry IDs has been given out, and we have instructions not to let anyone else in. Those outlaws have us stretched enough as it is. I'm not saying you're working with them, but until law and order is reestablished, we can't risk any more undesirables joining up with them. You'll have to wait till all this is over and done with. Say, there's a bunch of others who can't get in who've taken up residence in some houses near here. Why don't you join up with them?
Is she really so gullible?
Get something to drink first. Welcome to the camp of the impure, where the poor souls barred from the city stand and wait for the Alps to kill them.
What do you want here?
We don't want anything here. We want to be in there, in the city, as the law says we can, as the law says we should be. Those clerics are supposed to uphold the law, yet here we are. The gate's closed to us.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
Yes, I went to the gate.
And? You got turned away, right?
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they confiscate your ID.
Why won't I be able to get out?
All right. I just hope things don't go the same way they did with Cooper. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
Who is Cooper?
He's an acquaintance of mine. He lost his ID and got stuck in there when they sealed the gates. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit ID that will get you in. But once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back out again. Like I say, I can get you in, but I also need you to help me out. You good with that? Does that sound like a deal?
Deal. Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good. Right. That's the plan. Long term. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is Wick?
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the city. Just look through all the houses. He should still be there, scavenging.
No, right?
You think you can get a hold of a decent set of ALP components? I can find some shards to cover that.
A few shards and all this will be easier.
Are you serious?
I don't even want to know.
Wick is dead. but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
Get something to drink first.
I heard he was robbed.
I don't know the guy. Suppose I never will now.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city.
I have an entry ID. Let me through.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
It's mine. I was issued one after all. Must have misplaced it.
All right. I'll believe you this once. I've got to be wary. That desert gang of outlaws is always trying to find ways to get by me. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city, and Eric will take care of it. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together. That's what was laid down by the Great Council gave the clerics the respect. That means everyone is. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggestion, and that's it. May pass.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
I'm against the clerics.
Right, good. I can see you talk sense. They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa, not allowing anyone in or out of the city. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that the...
The Alps are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in Elix, and as far as I know, so why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it?
The Alps want all the Elix.
We won't get in their way. We don't want Elix. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing.
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Yes, I have something for you.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something for me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
I trust you. You gave me my ticket here after all. But I can't tell you our plan. But you must have realized by now, the dome must go. The clerics can't be allowed to take Abessa.
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100 people. Someone must have been making a joke. So you can just turn around...
I was promised food, and I want it.
No, damn it. Who even told you I have food to... Sorry for being so irritated. It's just... I'm just so sick of it. The belligerence between the berserkers and outlaws. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. Why can't people just all work together?
If you feel that way, why don't you go back to Goliath?
No. Those days are gone. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided... And whatever. But now, no. I can't go back. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage. No questions asked.
You can forget it, Braubeck. I serve everyone.
Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alps! Or do you have another reason to celebrate? Because any reason works for me.
I believe.
Drink up. Drink up to the end of our days. Here, my friend, to what's coming. And now, tell me about your glorious deeds. Or have you just been sitting on your ass?
I've done more fighting than a barfly like you.
Ha! You have to have balls to challenge me like that. Here, you've earned something to drink.
Why aren't you in Adan with the other berserkers?
Fuck the berserkers. I don't have anything more in common with them. They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later, so I beat them to the punch and left. Fuck them and their laws. You can have it much easier here. And if you want to earn something for nothing, try fighting one of the outlaws here in the domed city. Those assholes always come off worse. Just ask Riley. He knows it's time for him to take another beating.
Why do you want me to fight Riley?
It's about time someone pays him a visit. Now, You're the one to do it. That lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the Badlands. Total fucking bullshit. I killed 5 families out in the Badlands. Parading around out there. Hardly a weapon between them. Like they wanted to die. Those dipshits got themselves killed. And now Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards believing his yammer. But if someone else were to shut him up, I'd be in the clear, and those guards would be off my back. Take care of him, and I'll make it worth your while.
You need to learn respect for others.
What? You think I'm a child? So piss off, or I'll give you your head on a plate.
You can try.
I'm gonna give your whore of a mother a reason to cry. Come here. Save yourself some work and some pain by doing what I say. Now have you learned?
You will die.
You might think so. You will learn you are wrong. Is the fight over? All right. You've made your point, so leave me alone.
You had better leave people alone from now on.
I got it.
Where did you last see Riley?
Well, the last time I saw him, there were 2 of him. I was too drunk to deal with the bastard. And the guards didn't waste a second to get me away from him. But my guess is he must be under the dome somewhere shitting himself.
What do you care who I serve? I still serve... Hey, traveler. Whatever your problem, I have what...
So you are taking their side, are you?
City.
Yes? Which city did you go to?
I went to the Dome City in Abessa.
Any information about the other factions is useful. Tell me what you learned.
The people in the Dome City seem to want to remain neutral, but they are waiting to be attacked by the Alps. They know the war is coming.
I think they're short of supplies and feeling lost, leaderless, awaiting the axe to fall. The war has displaced a lot of refugees into Abessa, and there's a lot of argument over what to do with them and what they mean. That takes up most of their time. Thank you for your report.
About my support. How am I doing?
You have passed Angram's test. That stands you in good stead. You helped protect the seedlings from mutants. Bourne was grateful for the help you gave him with the harvest. He has spoken up for you. You made quite an impression on the workers. Barnier says you were a great help to him. My wife seems to hold you in great favor. I've heard you helped the cleric escape from Goliath. And worse still, you involved my wife in this deception. How does that speak to your case? You helped foil the plot to steal Eric Eisenfaust's sword. For that, all Berserkers must be grateful. It seems you weren't able to find the stolen helix for Calgrim. You must do more if you want to fit in here. Earn those pledges, and you will earn my approval.
Put that weapon away. Well, you have to do something that makes sense in the end.
May the pilgrim guide your steps.
You know technology is forbidden by law here.
Teach me something.
Yes.
Teach me something.
Yeah.
Damn technology! Take it to the pit!
That didn't work. doing, Falk?
It is hard to say right now. Let me think further. You are a very interesting person. You are hiding many secrets. That is plain, even if the secrets aren't. I think traveling with you should prove to be very instructive.
Follow me.
Yes. This...
You should go to the camp.
Of course.